Welcome you into CommonWell TV, where we're talking to some of the top health IT industry experts and finding out how their organizations are assisting with interoperability. Time now to hear from the president and CEO of DirectTrust. That is Scott Stuewe. And Scott, as a peer organization with CommonWell, others in the industry may find it interesting that CommonWell and DirectTrust are both members in each other's organization. So how can you describe why this reciprocal membership is important, and how does CommonWell and DirectTrust really complement each other?
Well, first off, our modalities or the technologies in use are complementary all by themselves. So direct messaging is push messaging, which I like to describe as these are the records that I would like my care team to know about. This is what I want you to know about my patient. Where the CommonWell model is more the patient is in front of me. Where are my records? Where are his records? So all of that, I think, is all by itself complementary. But then there's the complementary aspect of just being able to see inside of each other's organization and what we're focused on, what it is and it's an opportunity for us to collaborate. Collaboration is, I think, the key element here. So being able to work on the unsolved problems, and there are still a lot of unsolved problems in interoperability.
As alliances made up of members, how does it benefit an organization to be part of one or both?
Well, I think that collaboration point is really the key question. So members expect us to convene opportunities to communicate about how to improve interoperability. And so we have a lot of members in common. And so those conversations end up having a bit of an overlap. So being able to make sure that folks know what's going on in the other organization is really important. Our members, I think, want us to be well attuned to what's happening in the industry, and CommonWell gives us a window into what the community of potential QHINs are up to. So that's important for us, and I think the CommonWell members appreciate the opportunity to understand what's happening inside of our community.
So why is interoperability maybe so important for your members, as you had mentioned?
So it's all about the patient, frankly. So, we really want to see the care improve, the costs reduce. And that's, we believe that that's possible only when true interoperability is enabled. So true interoperability where, people don't have to do a lot of work and it's actually, frankly, in their workflow. This is a commonality between CommonWell and DirectTrust. Both of our approaches involve being built into the EHR workflow, and that's essential to success. So I think if you see people actually working with interoperable workflows and getting care to improve, that's really why people are passionate about this.
Scott, what's so exciting here about 2020 for DirectTrust and the advancement of interoperability?
Well, the unsolved problems, as we've been discussing, and CommonWell's early thoughts in when it first started, and I was part of that exercise back, what is it? I don't know, 6 years ago, and now it's a long time. Well, really, the focus was on identity at the very beginning, and identity is still a fundamentally unsolved problem. Trust and identity is DirectTrust's key focus, and this is where I think 2020 is going to realize the trust and identity question will need to get firmed up. And so this is where I think our two organizations have an opportunity to collaborate about how to solve that big unsolved problem, being able to make certain that people understand who they're communicating with in an expanding universe of communications. So as it becomes more common that people are communicating with folks entirely across networks and across the country, it will be important for people to know for certain who these folks are and what their purpose of use is and that sort of thing. So I think it will be very interesting for us to figure out how to solve those problems in the coming years.
Well, working together with CommonWell, a direct peer with our alliance, that is DirectTrust, Scott Stuewe. And for more information on them and this great partnership, we invite you to log on to CommonWellAlliance.org. Great talking to you again, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.